Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. My name is Joe Cunningham,
My name is Nia Little.
and we're both high school outreach coordinators with the Detroit Promise. We wanted to talk to you today about verification. Again, it's very important, and our deadline is coming up soon, May 1st. Nia, what's actually verification?
Verification simply is the process needed in order to secure your Detroit Promise Scholarship.
And the purpose of our being here today is to make sure that we talk about the eligibility for the Detroit Promise Scholarship, that step-by-step process for verification of the scholarship, as well as what does general support look like for you all as students trying to secure that Detroit Promise Scholarship.
So we're going to take a little moment to allow more students to come into the live. And also, as you come in, please make sure that you drop any questions in the chat, and our moderators will try to get to them as soon as possible.
Is there such thing as a dumb question?
There is not.
Not at all.
Mhm.
And one thing, a shameless plug, I want to say, college, you ask a lot of questions there. If you want to be successful, that's what you must do. And in order to best prepare you for that, let's start asking them questions right here and now.
Yes.
All right. And again, please drop all your questions down below in the chat, and our moderator will definitely be able to get that information to you.
All right, we can go ahead and go a little bit into what Detroit Promise is and what the eligibility requirement is as well. So, Detroit Promise simply is a scholarship for students who are interested in going to a school in the state of Michigan that we do partner with. You also just need to make sure that you graduate from a Detroit high school as well as live in Detroit. That is it, and that is all. So, any students that do want to go to a university, please make sure that you head to DetroitPromise.com. You can go under high school students, select the drop down for universities, and then you should be able to see all of the universities that we do partner with, along with the GPA requirement for that university. And then you should also see that all of our schools are test optional. So, woohoo! And then anybody who is interested in going to any of our community colleges, you can also see that under that same tab. And then you just select community colleges, and you should see all of our community colleges that we partner with as well.
Nia, how many partners do we have when it comes to community college and university?
We have a lot. We got 32 total partnering schools for Detroit Promise, so 7 community colleges and 25 universities.
So what that means for you all is that there is potentially 32 different paths for you to use this Detroit Promise Scholarship. So there is no lack and there is no scarcity. So come in and tap in with us and secure this funding.
And we might be saying community college, but also remember, along with community college, trade school options at those community colleges as well.
Yes, please. Again, if you have any questions, please make sure you put them down in the chat below. It's really important that we hear your questions because we want to make sure you feel heard.
All right, so we will now go into the process to show you the exact steps to be able to secure your scholarship. So this is going to be all the key steps that you need to follow in order to secure that Detroit Promise Scholarship. So please make sure that you put your listening ears on because this is crucial.
All right, so the first things first, go to our website, www.detroitpromise.com. You want to be able to access that our web portal to be able to log into your Detroit Promise account. What's after that? What's after they access their account, Nia?
So after you log into your account, you're going to see your profile. So your profile is going to have either red X marks or there's going to be green check marks. If you do not see any green check marks, that means that you are at the beginning of your verification process. So you still need to go ahead and sign yourself.
Mhm.
Those other X's will become green check marks as you complete the process.
And a little bit of definition for you all. That progress bar, we get questions all the time. What does that mean? And so that first one, it says sign Sal or Sal sign. That'll be your check mark if you signed that scholarship acceptance letter. The next one after that is to upload documents. We're going to talk about what those documents are in a little bit. But again, we want to make sure that you get those 1 or 2 documents uploaded to your account. That red X will turn into a green check mark. Then after that, you have something that's called Promise Verified. That's when we, as the Detroit Promise staff, will do our verification process for you all. And then that last step is College Verified for the school to do their verification process.
Again, if you have any questions, please remember to drop them in the chat as our moderators will be trying to get to those as soon as possible. The next page that you will be heading to when you are logged into your Detroit Promise profile is the files page. The files page can either be found at that right-hand corner. If you are on your phone, it's going to be 3 lines. You need to click that and head to the files page. Once you get to that page, you might see something in blue lettering that says go to DocuSign to sign your SAL. If you do not have that SAL signed, please head to DocuSign and make sure that you have that SAL filled out. Also, something to remember along with that SAL, please make sure that you use the same email that you used to sign up for Detroit Promise for that SAL, or it will not link it to your Detroit Promise profile. What will they do next, Joe?
After they sign their SAL, the next thing that they do is upload their documents. So we want to make sure that you get your high school transcript. This is for all students, all Detroit Promise students. We need your high school transcript in order to do verification. Now, there's a little bit of a difference between community and university. And so with that, community colleges, students only need that high school transcript. What about for university students?
So university students, there's a little bit more to the process, but not that much. So we just need your admissions letter uploaded and your transcript uploaded as well. And then on that transcript, we are looking at if you spent 4 years at a Detroit high school. We're also looking at your address as well as your GPA.
But for community college, we're not looking at your GPA. That's the key important thing to remember for you all. And we will just be making sure that you have your college selected on your Detroit Promise account. It must say that whatever community college you wish to go to.
Also, please remember for university students that you will not be able to select your final decision. That is up to us when we go in to verify you. So you will not be able to select that final decision at that time. Only our community college students will be able to select their final decision.
All right. So we talked about the importance of we talked about the steps of verification, the step-by-step process of what it looks like to be verified for the Detroit Promise. Now, I really want to talk about how important this step is, because again, if you're not verified for the Detroit Promise, we will not be able to provide that funding to that community college or the university or the trade school that you really wish to go to. So again, this is how you secure your scholarship, by signing your SAL and by getting those documents uploaded to your Detroit Promise account. Very, very, very important. And again, that deadline is May 1st, which is fastly approaching. These weeks be flying by, don't they?
Sure does. Sure does.
So you want to make sure that we get your information in by May 1st so that you can be go ahead and verified for whatever path you wish to choose.
Also, please remember to monitor your emails. That is crucial because we do have limited school options where some of our universities are limited schools, so they may reach capacity. So if you have those documents uploaded, you might receive a denial. So please just keep in mind that some of our schools are limited. So please remember to monitor those emails and stay on top of it because you may have the opportunity to upload a new admissions letter in that case.
That's a really good point. And yeah, and I want to reiterate that when it comes to university students, we want to make sure that you have all of your documents uploaded for that verification. Again, if we are missing one of those documents, you will not be verified. And then also for community college students, I spoke about this previously, but again, it's very important that you have your college, the community college, selected on your profile so that we know where that money is going to, where you want your funding to go to. Very, very, very important pieces of information to keep in mind. One also thing, if you are already verified with us and you wish to change your school, it's as easy as sending us an email to info@detroitpromise.com and then letting us know what school you'd like to go to, and also attach that new admission letter for that college as well into that email. And that's how you change your decision.
Yeah. So I know we said a lot. Again, we want to remind you, please drop all questions in the chat. Our moderators will definitely be going through all of those questions and getting to them as soon as possible.
So yeah, we did talk about a lot, didn't we?
We sure did.
And so as a brief recap, again, we just wanted to make sure that you know that eligibility for the Detroit Promise Scholarship looks like living in the city of Detroit and going to a Detroit high school for either 2 or 4 years, depending on the community college or university path, respectively. And so, in addition to that, we want to make sure that verification steps are complete. Your documents are uploaded and your SAL is signed. And then after that,
We also offer office hours for all of our students to be able to meet with either me, Joe, or one of our other outreach coordinators, Amrita Das. So those office hours can be found at our website, DetroitPromise.com, again, under the resources page. You can sit and look through our calendar and sign up for whatever office hour fits your schedule.
Again, so you can access our office hour link via our website under that resources tab, like Nia said. Hey, and since we already here on Instagram, our link is also in our bio on our Detroit Promise, in our Detroit Promise profile. Okay, so hit that top link in our bio, and you'll be able to see how you can book with us for office hour appointments. All right, and so now we want to just thank you so much for coming to this live and being able to participate and engage with us and get all the information that you can about the Detroit Promise. We want to see you successful, and so we want to make sure that you are successful.
Yes. So if you have not applied to Detroit Promise, please head to DetroitPromise.com, fill out that application, submit those verification documents, get your SAL signed so that you can get Detroit Promise.
Again, the final thing we want to make sure that you know, that deadline is approaching, and that deadline is May 1st, okay? So the clock is ticking, and that's just 8 days away. So we want to make sure that you get all of that verification stuff in, so you ain't even got to worry about it after the 1st, all right? So if you have any questions, please reach out to us in the many platforms that we have available.
Make sure you get it done now. All right.
Thank you. See ya. Bye.
Because I live in Detroit, I was able to get tuition-free college through the Detroit Promise. I feel very fortunate working with the Detroit Promise. They were able to afford me so many opportunities. I'm currently studying media production and journalism at University of Michigan Dearborn. I'm looking to take my talents further into the production industry, short films. I love working with people here, and this is where I want to be. And that's why I'm Detroit for life.